Hey folks, this is Vince and Vinny Jr. with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to try out Octo Dice. This is a game that we just got in the mail today, and we're anxious to try it out. I did read through the rules. The gameplay is easy. The scoring takes a little bit of doing, I gotta say. There's a lot of different things going on at scoring. Basically, the game is broken up into thirds. There's 2 turns every third. So there's 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and then 5, 6. There's intermediate scoring after every third. And then there's some final scoring. And then you've got these dice here. Gameplay is very simple. You're going to roll all 6 dice, choose 2, roll the remaining 4, choose 2, then roll the last 2, and then that's what you get. Then you combine the white and the black dice to take actions. You get a total of 2 actions on your turn, and that's why there's 2 empty spaces here next to the 1 and 2 empty spaces next to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. And there's other things that I guess I'll have to explain as we go, because there's so much here. So why don't, Vinny, you take the first turn. And if we get some of this stuff wrong, I apologize, but this is our first time playing, and we're anxious to, learn and figure the game out. So go ahead and make your roll. All right, so you've got 2 octopods, you've got a lap, so you're going to keep those 2 octopods, okay? Now you roll the remaining 4. All right. You've got 2 more octopods and 2... My goodness, you're going to keep all those octopods?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's actually good for you. Okay. Last but not least, again, we're going to roll in here. That way people can see what you're rolling. A submarine and a 1. Okay, so now you take up to 2 actions. Now, in this case, you've only got a submarine and a 1 to take that action. So what you're going to do is you're going to cross off the green submarine here.
And I can get bonus points.
No, you don't get yet. That's for the intermediate scoring.
Yeah.
The only way you get points for the submarine, though, is if you have green robots manning them during intermediate scoring. Now, you had 4 octopods. Now, according to that, you get 4 bonus points, and you get to cross off. Well, you got at least 2. So we're going to cross that off here. Cross that off here, and we're going to cross off your -2 penalty because you need at least 2 octopods every third in order to not get -2 points at the end of that third. But you also get 4 bonus points because you had a total of 4. So you're starting the game off really strong. For your first action, though, you got 0. The second action, though, was nothing because, well, you had 4 octopods. Octopods aren't considered an action. All right, so that ends that. Now, did I want to use any of your stuff? Actions.
You could use my octopod.
I can't. Those aren't actions, though. I can't use octopods.
So the only thing you can use is the green.
I could use the green submarine if I wanted to. I can copycat that. All right, I'm not going to do that. Now, on a 2-player game, another cool feature of this game is even if it's another player's turn, you can steal their actions. You can use an action that's on their dice. But in a 2-player game, because there's only one other person playing, you have to roll once for the computer player, and then either player can use the dice here. So they got 1 octopod, doesn't matter. All right, so
it's just diamonds.
Whatever. It's 2 diamonds, and we've got. So we could do if I wanted to steal one, I could do a diamond and say a green 1. That would just give me 1 point. If I were to steal it, I'd put that down here. Do I want to do that right now? I mean, there's not a whole.
Yeah, there's nothing here.
I want to hold out for it too if I can. You know, I'm going to steal it. I'll go ahead and steal it. So that gives me a diamond and a 1. So I'm going to cross out 1, researching for diamonds, and that gives me 1 point off a steal. I can do that twice every third. All right, are you going to do anything? You're going to steal from the computer here?
Yeah, I'll steal 1.
So you're going to do...
the same thing.
All right, same thing. So you're going to...
the only action anyway.
And then you get 1 point down here. Okay.
So I'm starting to get really strong.
All right, now it's my turn. I'm going to roll 6 dice.
I like how I rolled all these octopods.
All right, now I got an octopod, which I will keep. And I will also keep... let's see, I will keep the blue number 1, I think.
There's only 1. There's 2 number 1 blues.
Well, no, I'm not gonna keep that. I gotta keep another one. I'm gonna keep the I'll keep the crystal maybe. No, I'm gonna keep the robot. That way I can maybe get something over here. So I gotta take the remaining ones, roll them. All right, I got another octopod, which I will keep. And then I've got a yellow 0. I'm gonna go ahead and
I'll get that too.
I will keep the yellow 0, and then the last 2. I've got a lab and a gear.
You can't use them.
All right. Well, no, I can. Well, I can use the 0 for the lab. Like these are zeros here, so I could use the lab and the 0 to move one of these up by 1. I could use the gear symbol and the 0 to cross off the first one on this column here. You have to go in order: yellow, red, blue, green, or white. Or I could use the 0 and the robot to cross this one off up here.
Which would actually
now this one, if I were to use this as a lab, I could move this up by 1, red. And in me doing that, I don't get any points for that, but anytime I roll a yellow 0, I can treat that as any die of any color. So I can make it a wild if I want to. So I think I may want to do that. So for my first action, that's what I'm going to take. I get 0 points for that. And I don't get a second action because I got 2 octopods there. So I got 2 octopods. I get to cross out those 2. And then my -2 penalty thing. And then I had 2 octopods that I rolled. I get 1 bonus point for that.
1 bonus.
All right, now the computer rolls.
Yeah.
And now we can possibly steal. We got 3 octopods. Oh my god, octopods are like everywhere this game.
Ooh, robot.
Right, a robot and a green one. All right,
I will steal.
Okay, so this is your last steal for this third.
I'm stealing for him.
Okay, so you get
the robot green.
All right, so you get 1 point there. So that gives you 1. Now you're going to cross this off here. Okay.
That actually kind of benefits.
And that helps you out with your green submarine then. And now what am I gonna steal from him? I've got a green. I could either do a green submarine or a green robot. I either have to steal from him now or wait for Vinny's turn. Do I want the green submarine? Or do I want the green submarine or do I want the green robot? I'm gonna take the green robot. I get 1 point for that.
It's almost scoring phrase, isn't it?
Almost. Well, you get 1 more turn, and I get 1 more turn.
And then we go to
intermediate scoring.
We go to the next one.
Yeah, but we do intermediate scoring first. All right, so good. Roll them in here. All right, so this is now turn 2.
Octopods.
Now remember, you don't need any more to cross off your stuff. But if you want the extra bonus points, that's up to you. So
yeah, I'll keep them for extra bonus points.
Okay.
Why not?
All right, so you got to take the remaining dice and roll them. All right.
2 more octopods.
My God, you and your octopods.
I'm very lucky.
You're good. Yes, you are. Okay, now you got to roll the last 2. Watch them, the octopods.
I get 7 victory points.
You would. Submarine and a red. So for your first action, you have to do the red submarine.
And I don't get
that gives you 0 points though, and no second action. But you've got 4 more octopods, which is 4 points. All right, now the computer has to roll. Now, do I want to? I can't steal because I'm out of stealing. So I'm not even going to bother rolling for the computer because neither of us can steal because we used our steal actions for this turn. All right. So this is for me now. This is my second. All right. So I'm going to keep the.
You can keep the crystals.
I can do the 1 in the lab, I think.
Yeah.
That way I can move this up at some point. And then I have to roll these 4.
Here. Octopods. I
don't need octopods. No more octopods. All right,
you got an octopod.
I got an octopod, but I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to take the yellow 0, because I can use it as any number I want. And I'm going to keep the 2, the white 2.
You're going to roll 2 octopods. I'm going to laugh.
And then I'm going to roll these. And
2 robots.
2 robots.
Wow.
Okay, so I've got...
That really helped you, actually.
Robot. Then I've got a 0, which is a wild, a 1, and a 2. So how am I going to make use of these? I can only do 2 of these actions out of all 3 actions that are possible. So I could do 2 robot actions. I could do a robot green 1 to get a second one here and get 2 points. I can do the computer 1 to move this one up to this one here. For every crystal action I take from here on out, I get +1 bonus points, which is kind of nice if I decide to do a lot of these crystal actions here. Lab, I could do a lab 0, but this is a wild. I can make this any color, any number I want to. I can keep it as 0 and then move one of these up. I could also do that. I could do every time I do a submarine, I get +1 here. Why don't I think since I'm going to do I don't have a submarine action, do I?
No.
No. Okay.
You can get one later.
I think what I'll do is, well, this is tough. All right. So if I do, there's no gear symbols. Okay. Lab. I'm going to go ahead and do the robot green 1 to move this one up by 1 again. And you also get to keep the one prior to it, too.
Wait, that's not...
That's one action. Or this is the lab.
Yeah, the lab.
Lab
Not the
1.
robot.
And then I have to do one of the robot ones. So I'm going to do... I'm going to make this any color if I want. I can make it green. And I'm going to go ahead and make it green. So I get...
the 2.
The 2. And that gives me... Okay, so the first action didn't give me anything for the lab. The second action gave me 2 points because of the robot. No octopods kept. That's 0.
But you don't need to.
Right. All right, and so now we're on to intermediate scoring, which I believe involves the submarines. And let me just make sure I've got that right. For each crossed-out submarine, you receive 1 point per crossed-out bot of the same color. Okay, so, and that was it. Okay, so I don't have any submarines crossed out. You do. So you get an additional bonus point for...
So I get 1.
You get 1 bonus point because you have a green robot and a crossed out, but you didn't have any red robots here for this submarine here, but you got 1 point. So for this first round here, this first third, I should say, you have 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 points, which is good. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I got all those
Not a very good start, but then again...
Well, I got all those octopods.
But then again, I've got some research, so hopefully things will turn around for me on the second half here. Okay, so now we're on to our second third. Vinny, go ahead and roll the dice for your third turn.
Please me give some tech.
Alright, so you've got 2 octopods.
I guess I'll keep the octopods.
Okay, so you're going to keep the octopods.
Okay.
What is this? Green 1?
No, it was an octopod.
Alright, go ahead. And
I should have taken the
slam was the dog. Okay, that's another octopod, 2 yellow zeros, and a submarine.
I guess I'll take one of the zeros.
Okay, and another octopod. So you got 3 octopods.
Come on, give me a tech. I need a tech.
A tech and a 0. Alright, so you got to keep those. Alright, so for your first one, you get to move 1 tech up by 1. So you're going to do that. Alright, now you can't do any more actions because... Alright, so that's going to be 0 for the tech. No second action because you've got 3 octopods there. 3 octopods is 3 points. So you get 3 points for that. Now we roll for the computer. And now we can choose to steal one.
Give me your computer.
Alright, he's got an octopod. Not going to worry about that.
Robots.
He's got robots, green.
I want to steal one.
I already have 2 green, so I'm not going to do that.
I'm going to steal one.
What are you going to steal?
The robot in green.
The robot in green. Okay, so you stole...
Gives me 2 points.
2 points. Alright, am I going to steal anything from there?
That actually... Oh yeah, I can make this a wild, can't I?
It doesn't matter, though, for this.
Yeah, I can
the
turn
number
it
doesn't...
red, but...
Well, it's a little late now to cross it off. I could do... Let's see. Robot in... Again, I can't do the robot in green. The robot in yellow, though... See, I don't have any submarines. That's the problem. I don't want to steal these actions if I can't get the submarines. It would make no sense to do that. All right, I'm going to hold off on stealing anything for this, and then that'll keep my options open for that. All right, so now it's my turn for the third. Oh, wow, 3 octopods. I would keep those. I'm going to have to keep 2 of them. And going to keep going.
I like it how they're all the numbers.
Another octopod. You know what? I could keep that, or no. I'm going to do a tech. This is a lab.
You can't do the 1.
No, because that's the risk I'm going to run. If I roll another 1, I'm kind of screwed. I'll keep that, and I'll keep the submarine. Or I could do the submarine and the 1.
Take the green one.
Yeah, that way I can take... Yeah, that makes sense. And then I'm going to re-roll these 2.
Which, if there's not, just roll
2 labs. Okay, that's fine.
I said to roll octopods, but...
Nah. Alright, so I've got 2 octopods, which... Let me cross those off. How many did you have?
I had like 3.
3, okay, so you cross these off. You're fine. Okay, I'm going to cross 2 off myself. And it's -2 here. Now, I only get 1 action. I can either do a lab action, which brings me up to 1, which I can't do, because I'm already on a 1, and these have to be on 0 before they can move up to 1. So I have to do the green submarine. So I'm going to cross that out.
Works out for you.
So basically, I don't get any points this turn at all. I do get a bonus point, though, for having 2 octopods rolled. All right, now you can steal any of these if you need to.
No.
No, you're not. Okay. All right, so now go ahead and roll. Roll for the computer. This is going to be for the computer.
Computer roll is...
All right, so there's a
lab.
There's a lab 1, lab...
I have a wild.
There's a lot of options here. You can only do 1 action, though, when you steal. So,
I know. I wish there was a robot.
I'm thinking about doing...
I'm not going to.
I'm going to go ahead and do... For every submarine action, I get an extra point.
Oh.
But I don't know if I'm going to...
What does this mean?
Every gear that you roll, you can make that a robot.
Oh, I'm going to do the tech then.
Alright, you're going to do Tech 0?
Yeah, I'll steal it.
Alright, well, keep that there, because I may steal it as well. Alright, so that's... That's not... No points for that. However, you do move up down here.
I'm blue.
You're blue. Okay, right. Now, am I going to... I have to start stealing stuff pretty soon here.
I would steal one of the techs.
I could do a submarine, but I don't have any robots manning anything right now. I could do the gear yellow and start going down that way. There's no crystals rolled, unfortunately. So what would I want to do? Yeah, forget the gears. That's tough. Okay, submarine, lab. I could do the lab 0 and also do the same thing here. So maybe...
Or the lab 1. No, wait.
I could do a... Yeah, I'm going to do the lab 0 and...
Or you could go here, too.
Yeah, but I'd rather get stuff manned. So I'm going to bring this down as well. I'm going to steal that, and that gives me 0 points here.
I'm guessing this is per submarine you get 1 extra victory point or something.
Okay. So whose turn is it now? It's your turn. This was the computer's roll.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
Am I rolling?
All right, so you get...
It's my final turn.
No, it's not.
I know, I mean...
For this third.
Yep.
For this third. All right, 2 crystals, an octopod, 2 red 0s, and a white 2.
I have a crystal, so I might actually... Do you need a 1 or random?
It doesn't matter what color. It's the number. The only thing that matters is the number. You get that number of points whenever you take the crystal action.
Okay. So I will take a crystal and 2.
Okay. And then you can re-roll the
I
remaining.
hope I get more octopods.
You and your octopods.
They give you
All right, you've got 2 labs.
Wow, I have to take a lab of these.
All right, lab and... Now you could take both numbers, or you could just do both labs, or...
I'll do this.
The lab and the 0?
Yeah.
Now that means that you would... No, not yet.
Yeah. And then these 2 would just be random.
Let's see. Octopod and a 1.
I'll keep the octopod. I don't think it does anything.
It's not going to do anything.
And the 1.
Because you've already crossed off your 2 for this turn, and there's no bonus for just 1. Now the 1 can serve as, either for the lab or for the crystal.
Yeah, but I'm not using
So you're going to use, for your first action, what?
This goes here.
So for your lab, you're going to do a lab action.
Yeah. And the crystal.
And your crystal is 2.
Which gives me 2 points.
2. And no bonus octopods. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So now, I might want to steal something. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and do the crystal 2. And now, because I have this tech here,
Equals 1 plus
I get plus 1 point for that. So I get a bonus point, so that becomes 3 instead of 2. I'll just make this a 3.
Yeah.
There we go.
Now it's your turn?
Yeah, now it's my turn.
It's not the computers, because
Oh.
everybody stole one. But
Yeah, everyone stole, so we're not going to bother rolling for the computer. Alright, I've got an octopod, which I'm not going to keep. I've got a gear symbol. And again, the gear can be a robot if I want it to be.
Yeah, because that's what I have.
So I think I might... The other option is for me to keep a lab and a 0, so that I'm going to keep the yellow 0, because I can use that as a wild at some point down the line. Alright. Alright, so then we've got a crystal, which I will keep, and another yellow 0, because I can make that a wild. And last
you can make it a 2.
Yep. And another yellow
lab.
0 and a lab. Wow, okay. So, what am I going to do with these guys?
That lab, you can make it a 2.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and do... well, first I'm going to do crystal 2. So that's another crystal action, but I get another plus 1 for this here. So that's 3. And then, All right, and then for the lab, I can make this any number I want. I made the 0 a 2 for this crystal action. Now I can make the lab a 0, 1, or 2, and so I can either move this one here, or this one here. For every... Get the cat down. Get down, cat.
Here. You can lay my lap.
No, don't get her... No, put her down. She wants food.
No, she doesn't.
Stupid cat. Put her down.
Ow.
Put her down. That's what you get. I told you to put her down. Alright, so I can use this as a 2 and move this up here. And then for every completed row I have, I can get so many points at the end of the game. I could get points for every lab action I take, which I may take a lot of. So look, I think I may do that. I'm going to go ahead and move this one down here, make this a 1, 1. And I get that. Did not roll any octopods, so 0. Okay, so now let's go ahead and add up here. We got 3, 5, oh wait, intermediate scoring, I forgot. So submarines that are staffed. You've got 2 green robots and a green submarine. You've got a red submarine but no red robots in there. So basically we get the same number of points because I've got 2 green and 2 submarines as well. So that would be 2 points per player, I think. So that would be 2 and 2. Alright, so 3, 5, 7, 9.
This mean? Is that just
That's for intermediate scoring.
Oh.
So that's 3, 5, 7, 9 for you here. And I get 1, 4, 7, 9 here.
So we tie in that one.
Yeah, we're still...
But I'm still winning by my major lead of 11.
Because of all those octopods. Alright, so this is the last third of the game.
I like octopods.
So go ahead and roll your dice. Alright, so you've got a lab, a wheel...
Submarine, no. Wait, did I get a gear? Yes! I got a gear. I will do this. I'll keep these.
Okay.
Come on, I need a gear.
You got an octopod, a lab, a 0,
I think
and...
I'll keep the 0. And I guess I will take the lab. No. Not... Yeah, I'll do that, because...
You keep the lab. Okay, and you're going to roll the last 2. Alright, lab and a 0. Alright, so you get to take 2...
They're all wild.
Yeah, they're all wilds because of the zeros. So what are you going to do with your...
So what is this?
That's mine.
What about that one?
A submarine becomes... For every... you can use a submarine as an octopod, I think. Let me check.
Or is it an octopod into a submarine?
Hold on. It says, once per turn, you may use a submarine symbol as though it were an octopod symbol, regardless of whether or not you use the submarine symbol for an action.
So that's cool.
So
what does this one mean every time I use tech?
Every time you use a tech action or lab action, you get 1 point.
And that gem.
That gem, every time you take a crystal action, you get
I'll take
a
the
bonus.
gear action.
Okay, and
which I can turn into a robot using
any color you want. Right, you can use the tech here to change it into a robot.
Yeah.
And what color do you want it to be?
I will make it red.
Red. Okay, so it's going to be your first red robot here. You get 1 point for that.
And then I'll use a tech to upgrade this one to this.
All right, so you're going to make that a 1 and a tech. So you get a 0 there. No octopods rolled, so that's a 0. Okay. And now we're going to roll for the
Later
computer.
I have to get octopods.
Now, was I going to steal any of those? You need to stop doing that because I would have liked to have...
They're the same.
Okay.
Well, you can't do the wild thing, so they're not going to be any use.
Wait, I can use the wild. Give me a minute. I might want to use...
You don't have...
I have this. Yes, I do. You can use anything prior to it. So...
That's cool.
I'm going to go ahead and use that to move my red one up here. This is the super lab. So for every completed column I have, I get 3, 5, or 7 points at the end of the game. So that moved up like that. So my first steal was 0 points. All right. So now the computer rolls.
Okay, I'll roll the computer because it's my turn.
All right. So there's 2 octopods. There's a gem. Or red 0. 1. Do I want to steal any of these?
I might steal one.
What are you going to steal?
Can I steal 2 octopods?
No, the octopods cannot be stolen.
I will do these.
The red robot?
Yep. which will fill that.
Okay, and that counts
That
as
has me.
0 points. Now, do I want to steal anything?
Come on, I need octopods this round. I'll keep any octopods.
Alright, so I'm not winning that battle, I don't think. I could do...
I'm trying to get as many points as
Alright,
possible.
I'm going to go ahead and do the... I'm going to do this, and I'm going to use the blue 1.
Yeah, I would get a 1
That gives me...
points.
That gives me... Now, here's the thing. I get +1 for this, for the crystal.
Yeah.
And then I get +1 because I used a lab action.
Oh.
So that's 3 points that I just got there. So that's my last steal.
But that's not my last steal.
No, you still have 1 steal left. Alright, so now it's my turn.
I might steal from you and then get her. Oh wait, you still get 1 more roll after this.
Yes, I do. Alright, so
No,
I've got
you do.
a submarine blue, blue 1s. I'm going to go ahead and take a crystal and a... Well, gear can turn into a robot, but I don't know if I really want to do that.
Come on, robots.
I need octopods at this point so I can get...
But
I need
you
lab
can't
stuff, so I'm gonna take a 1.
do it. Yeah, I would do that.
And
And you need crystals, so just try to get as many points in crystals as possible.
Alright, so I got another crystal and a white 2. I'm gonna take the white 2 and...
That would actually help you a lot. And just do another gem.
And I can. I only have up to 5 here, so I can only do that. I'm gonna take the robot, and then the last 2,
Attack.
a wild and a tech.
Which you could actually do that.
I'm gonna go ahead and do... Alright.
I do those.
Hold on. Well, let me do. I'm gonna do the crystal here.
Yeah.
And the 2, which this is my last one here, but that's I get +1 for the crystal, +1 for the tech. That's 4 points.
Jeez.
All right, and then for my next action, it's a 0 and it's a wild, so I can make that a 2. So I'm going to move this up here.
Yeah.
Okay, and I get 0 points for that. No octopods. All right, so I really need to roll octopods.
Yeah, that's what
All
I
right,
think.
now, do you want to steal anything from me before I do it?
I might steal those gem too.
The gem 2?
Yep.
All right, so you get 2
Cross
points.
off. Yep. Get as many points as I can get.
All right, so that's your last
Steal.
last steal. So we don't even need to roll for the computer.
Yeah,
so this is
mine.
your last roll and my last roll's coming up here.
Come on. Give me those octopods I always roll beginning the game.
All right, so you've got
No octopods.
no octopods.
Really?
You've got a robot sub and what is that? I can't see past your fingers. A lab, and then a green 1, a blue 1, and a white
Well, I
2.
can do this one.
You're doing a robot and a blue.
Yeah, give me
Blue one.
octopods. You gave me octopods any other time.
All right, gem
That gem I might do.
and a green 1 you kept. Okay.
A gear or robot too. I'll do that.
All right, so which one are you doing now?
I'll do the gem.
The gem 1, which
Yeah.
is
No, wait, no. I'll do the gem 2 instead.
okay. The gem and the white 2.
Yeah, so it'll give me 2 points
2 points.
for that. And then I'll do the robot.
I'll actually get 3
How about the
points
gear-
because you're on this, right?
Yeah.
So you get 3 points.
How about this gear?
Did you get? When did you get this lab? When did you get this down here?
I should have gotten it that
Should
time.
you have got on this on your second steal?
Yeah, I should have gotten that.
Was that a 1 or 2 that you got?
2.
All right, so we'll just give you a 3. So you got a 3 and a 3. Okay.
So
So what's your second action going to be out of these last?
I'll
4?
do the robot,
Okay.
the blue one, and do a blue here.
All right, so that gives you 1
That
point.
gives me 1 point, which actually gives.
All right, so you did get -2. on
Yeah,
that.
I think we both did.
Yeah, unless I'm lucky enough to roll.
Yeah, you're not rolling octopods. It's very difficult.
I got
Wow, you
three-
rolled 2 octopods.
I got 3. Yeah, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna keep 2 octopods.
I really hate you now.
All right, lab and 0. I don't see a point in doing labs anymore because I can't get down here in time to get this objective. So I think
No, you could.
I'll keep the 0, which is a wild, and I'll keep.
Do whatever.
I'm trying to think what else I could. Hold on, I'm thinking.
Keep one of the ones.
No, because if I do it, this counts as if I take a submarine action. No, I can't take a submarine action. I'm gonna have to do like maybe a robot or something. So I'm gonna have to keep. I'll keep the red 0 because I can do a red robot. And let's just roll these.
Or do a wild one.
Sub and a 2. Alright, so I can do one action, sub, and a number.
You really wish you had an octopod, didn't you?
I could do the sub and a number, which it does. I mean, it doesn't matter what color. I guess I'll do a yellow one. It doesn't really matter.
And you can't do anything.
I don't get any points for it. So that's 0, and then this. However, I get to get 2 octopods. That's 1 bonus point. I cross this out, cross this out, cross this out. So now we're on intermediate scoring.
That's the final round.
You have 4, so you have 2 points and 2 points. So you get 4 points here.
Yes.
And I get 2 points.
So.
Hold on. Let's add these up first. 4, and then 5, and then 8, 10.
6, 7, 8, 9,
1,
11, 12.
Hold on. 1, 4, 7, 8, 12. Minus 2 is 10.
You forgot the 3.
I added the 3.
Oh.
4, 5, 8, 12. Minus 2 is 10. And then, so now we do
We tied again.
No, we've got our final scoring. First, the gems. Whoever has the most gems, whoever did the most crystal actions gets 4 points, which is me.
And I get 2.
And you get 2. So I'm just going to put a little 4 here. Or no, I get a 2 rather.
Yeah, just cross it off and put 2 there.
Let's put a 2 there and a 4 here for me. All right, tech. All right, so I get some tech points at the end of this. Now, for the Super Lab, I get 5 points for 2 completed columns. So I get 5 points for that. And
I don't have any completed columns.
Plus 5. And this one here, this is just for end of game. This is for every minus 2 that I've crossed out.
So you get 3.
Well, no, 3 of them is 4 points. I have a minus 2 crossed out, minus 2, minus. I have to get 4 more points.
Yeah.
So plus 4.
You might win
which is a total of 13.
Yeah, you won.
Well, let's see. All right. So I've got 5, 9. Well, let's do 15 plus 9 is 24. 24 plus 13 is 37.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I don't get any really extra bonuses.
all right. And then you get 11, 20, and
no, that's 19, 29.
30. No, 11 plus 9 is 20. Plus 10 is 30. Plus 2 is 32.
What do you get?
Got 37.
So you beat me by 5.
I beat you by 5 points.
I wish I had more octopods.
So how did you like this game? What did you think?
I really like it.
Octo Dice, ladies and gentlemen. I liked it too. Again, the scoring is a little confusing, but I think
I got a little confused.
After the first, I think the first third, I think we started getting a feel of how the game was played. So yeah, Octo Dice. If you guys want to see more gameplay, let us know. If you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my official website, www.dadsgamingaddiction.com. This is Vince and Vinny Jr. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. You and your octopod. For those of you that want to see the final score pad, if you guys couldn't see it before, this was mine, and this was his. Feel free to pause it if you want to look at it for whatever reason. Okay. Good game.
Good game.